I ran out of space while I was making the video, so had to cut it off and make a little space. Now let me go ahead and finish it. Continuing on. Alright. Believe, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are going out into the world. Alright, so there's a lot of false prophets in the world, and some of them is just so clear that they are false prophets. You really can't even understand how people are being fooled by them. Because ISUPK, I mean, the stuff they say is just on the other side of ignorant. I mean, you ignorant, you gotta, it's like a step up to get to ignorant. You know what I'm saying? They below ignorant. And I just don't get it. And then, one body talking about Yahawashi didn't do no miracles. I mean, what's the even purpose of you? If you don't believe in Yahawashi, what is the purpose of even being in the truth? I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. Alright? Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh, and that every spirit that confesses that Yahawashi or Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. Alright, so it's just letting you know that everybody that believes in Yahawashi is of Yahweh. Alright, that's one of the most important parts. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahawashi or Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. And this is that spirit of Antichrist. And that's how you know there's many Antichrists. Anybody who don't believe in Yahawashi is an Antichrist. Whereof ye have heard that it should come, even now already is it in the world. Alright, so it's letting you know, even back then in ancient times, they already had Antichrist or Anti-Mashiach. They was already back then. Alright, ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Alright, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world hears them. So that is the reason why people that speak the truth have very few followers and very few people, following, because the true words of the Lord don't bring out the masses. Alright, people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that you can't eat whatever you want, alright, and make it. They don't want to hear that you can't be an alphabet person and make it into the kingdom of heaven. That goes against what society wants to know, alright? And no, you can't just do as thou will. Because right now, plantation Christianity is pretty much teaching the same thing as the Satanists. You can do whatever you want, then you just ask the Lord for forgiveness. Alright, that's pretty much the same thing. We are of Yahweh. He that knows Yahweh hears us, and he that is not of Yahweh hears not of us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth, the spirit and the spirit of error. Beloved, let us love one another, for the love is of Yahweh, and everyone that loves is born of Yahweh and knows Yahweh. He that loves not knows not Yahweh, for Yahweh is love. Alright, so this is letting you know, you believe in the Lord, because the Lord is love. Alright, and he that knows not of the Lord. Alright, and I'm gonna get 1 Timothy. Alright, the 4th chapter. Alright, first verse. Now the Spirit speaketh especially that in the latter times some should depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's pretty much what you learn in plantation Christianity, that you can do whatever you want and it ain't gonna matter. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. And when the dude was talking to ISUBK about the adultery, the part that shocked me and the part that I couldn't get past was all them fools listening to that and clapping. He telling people to commit adultery and they clapping. I mean, that was the most ridiculous thing I ever seen. Alright, forbidden to marry and commanded to abstain from meats, which Yahweh had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Alright? So we know ain't nothing wrong with marrying, so that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the doctrine of the devil saying you can't marry or whatever. Alright? And Yahweh had created them to be sued. For every creature of Yahweh is good. Now, this is where plantation Christians get wrong. They say every creature is good. It don't say every creature is good to eat. And nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. For if it is sanctified by the words of Yahweh and prayer, and the only food sanctified by the words of Yahweh is listed in Leviticus of in the Old Testament under the dietary laws. All right. So this is letting you know that is okay. All right. So the scriptures tell you what food the Lord sanctifies. All right. And this is Isaiah 65. All right. In the second verse, I have spread out my hands all the days unto a rebellious people, which walks in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. All right. And you know, this is a scripture we bring out a lot on plantation Christianity, but it also applies to these Israelite groups that don't teach the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahawashi correctly. A people that provoke me to anger continuously to my face, that sanctify in the garden and burning instincts upon altars of bricks. All right, because you know when you going out preaching this truth, you teaching this truth, you know that is you going to the altar. All right, so they sanctifying all this bad stuff, you know, in their churches, which remain among the graves and lodge in the memorials, which eateth swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels. All right, and we know this is literally talking, you know, about, you know, how plantation Christians eating swine, but it's also talking about, you know, just sinning in general. All right, which says, "Stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou." See, these people that's doing all this evil, they thinking, you know, they on another level, that they good, that they are holier than us. All right, because like I say, you know, they doing all kind of abominable things that is not pleasing to the Lord. All right, and you know the plantation Christians same way. All right, for I am holier than thou. These are smokes in my nose, a fire that burns all days. All right, so that's the Lord. Then you know how angry he gets having to deal with it. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and end this part with Luke. All right, Luke chapter 6. And I think I want. See. All right, 26. Woe to you when all man shall speak well of you, for of you, so did their fathers to the false prophets. All right, so it say you should be worried when everybody is speaking good of you. All right, because you know they call GMS and the people that preach their doctrine, you know, the worst group in all Israel. All right, but yet they are the ones that got the right doctrine. All right, because you know, these words are just, it cuts deep and it offends many people. All right, so and that is why they gets mad and says that, especially if you stick to exactly what the Bible is saying and don't go away from it. You know, people are really cut deep by it. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing soundness of the soul and spirit, and to the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. All right, so it's letting you know that this word is going to cut deep. All right, and when you teach it correctly, people don't care for it. So what I discovered in my walk and my learning, because you know I only been in the truth for a very short time. I'm still learning, still studying, still growing, you know. But what I learned that GMS is the only group out that's just sticking to what the scriptures say and teaching that way. All right, every other group tries to change it up here and there, or add some or take away some. All right, and then you know, like I said, it's certain groups. You know, they pretty good and they ain't got but one flaw. But if your one flaw is something really major, like not knowing what the MOB, the mark of the beast is, you know, it's all for nothing. You can't have a major flaw. All right, like some of these groups do. And with that, I'm just gonna say shalom. All right.